Okay, sorry.
Thank you, chat, for reminding us. Sorry about that. Sorry, Asha, what do you want me to do?
Um, I would like you to run Flask
Okay.
and start the render, please, and thank you. Okay, so we have now tested that Jessica's Flask is working, it's rendering correctly, and yeah, so we can get started. Any questions before we get started? Can everybody raise their hand that has successfully launched their virtual environment and has some sort of page working? Cool. Looks like, um, good bit. We're doing office hours on Thursday. Please visit if you're having trouble with your virtual environment. Or like loading Flask or any of those things. I'm happy you guys can put your hands up. Happy to get you guys through it. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be creating a to-do app in Flask, and we're going to be using a database. And we are then we're going to, if we have time at the end, I'm going to throw a little bit of JavaScript into it. If we don't have time, then I'll have Jessica put the code into the resources. Either way, we're going to put the code into the resources channel. So you guys have it. And Jessica, what's the homework for tonight?
It's this. It's the to-do app and then more.
To add to it.
Yeah.
To make it a little bit more personalized.
Yes.
Okay. So, Jess, can you, Paul, do you have your hand raised, or is it just raised because it was raised before? And Patrick's saying something.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. I'm gonna turn my camera off. I'm on somebody's like old 10, 12-year-old computer right now, so I'm just gonna turn my camera. It's not very. Okay. Okay, Jess, would you please copy and paste the other app.py into here?
And delete this. Delete what's there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so smart. Okay, so what we're doing is we're building a CRUD app. Okay, so in order to do so, if we remember from Owen's lecture, CRUD is create, read, update, and delete. And we can do that within app.py. We don't have to have other files. Jessica, you see that your alchemy is still underlined?
I know.
Okay, what I would do is I would close VS Code and reopen
it. Okay. Wait, let me just, it did install, right?
Yeah.
When I did it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When I did alchemy, I had to shut my VS Code down and then reopen it, and then it recognized it. Here you go. Cool. So you're gonna have to restart your server and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna imagine that anyone else is Jessica and I are actually I'm on a Windows right now. So Jess, you're on a Mac. So I would imagine that for most everybody, once you install Flask Alchemy, the SQL Alchemy, that you're gonna have to close your VS Code and then reopen it for it to recognize the import. Okay. So you're gonna have to activate your virtual environment again. So period, space, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So as you can tell here, we are using different than if you can imagine a to-do list, right? You have to buy groceries, you have to, go change the oil in your car. So rather than using a traditional list, we're creating a database here. Okay. And databases obviously are what you'll be using in your everyday work life. You will typically not be using like like a big list, because you want to be able to update your data. You want to be able to like delete it or just render it on a page. So as you advance in, your knowledge base, we're implementing a database here. And oh, Jess, can you do one more thing? Do you still have the extension for SQLite turned on?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, perfect. Can you show everybody the SQLite extension?
I don't know. How do I?
I can't see, on the left-hand side, there's the little extension.
Um, I know once we use it,
Okay,
it'll
so
be.
I can't see all of your VS Code. Like, how do you have like the two folders on the left-hand side, the bar to turn your folder explorer on and off, that toolbar?
Yeah.
Okay, just open extensions right there. Keep going. Okay, so she has the SQLite viewer turned on. So if you guys will add this extension, install it, it'll be helpful so you can look at your database. Okay. All right, Jess, you can go back. Oh, so go to Explorer right there. There you go. Okay. So we've imported Alchemy, and we're going to we're going to configure parameters for our database. We're going to create the database, and then we're going to create the model for our to-do items. So we're going to create, if you can see, I'm setting on line 7, we're configuring the database with Alchemy. So SQL Alchemy database URI. Now this is standard code. Okay. This is not something that you're going to change. This is just anytime you use Alchemy, this is what you're going to put in it. Okay. So we're bridging Alchemy to SQLite. With SQLite is the actual database. Alchemy allows you to not create classes, and it makes it easier in Flask than writing a whole bunch of like models.py and a whole other file to set your configurations for your database. Now, when you think about a database, it's just like an Excel spreadsheet, right? You have columns and rows, and it's the column ID is going to be, in this case, it's going to be your ID numbers, which is your row number, the title of your, like, what is your to do, right? It's, I want to buy groceries. That's going to be my title. And yeah, we're gonna share. Oh, you want to do it now, Nia?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, Jess, can you put you want the whole thing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in instructor announcements just for right now because I'm drafting another message to you guys, okay? In the other channel.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. So if you scroll up, okay, so lines 8, 9, and 10 are standard, right? You just use that over and over to set your bridge to SQLite as SQL Alchemy. Now, in line 13, we're creating a class. Now, we haven't learned classes yet, but I'm just going to say we're going to learn classes on Thursday. And other than the fact that it's a standard to set up your database and the columns and the rows, technically here it's columns, okay? And we're saying it's a column. So if you look on line 14, it says ID equals, that's going to be your first column. Okay, so we're setting our first column to be the ID number. So if I say my buying groceries or buying milk is my first task, it's going to number it as number 1. If I need to change my oil, it's going to number it as number 2. Then the title is going to be, did I say buy milk? Buy milk, right? The string buy milk. And I'm saying my string can only be 100 characters long. Okay. And line 16, I am going to, in the HTML, we're going to mark our task complete or incomplete. And it's going to be a true and false as a Boolean. Okay. And we're going to set it to false, that it's going to be incomplete to start with. Okay. So we have 3 columns in our table. We have ID, title, and complete. And and the first 2 are strings. I'm sorry. The first one is an integer. Line 15 is a string, and line 16 is a Boolean. So you see that we're using all of our data types. Okay. James, we can answer that question later. Okay. After we're done with the lesson, we'll figure out what's going on. Okay. So now I have to just, can you scroll all the way down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right there. In line 58 is where we create our database. Okay. It's where we create basically our big Excel spreadsheet. Line 58 has to be there. So your Python knows, hey, I need to go create what I just set up in line 13, 14, and 15. So I'm saying DB for database dot create underscore all means go to the database and go create it. Okay. So let's go back up. Okay. So now we have, as soon as Jessica runs Flask, we're gonna see it, and I don't want you to run it yet, Jess. We're gonna see on the left-hand side in her file structure, it's gonna create the database named instance. Okay, and then we're gonna be able to look at it using Jessica's extension named SQLite Viewer. Okay, so any questions before I move on to the route?
Just a quick question. I have underline on line 8 SQL Alchemy database URI. Is that because my SQLite is not reading somehow?
So did you pip install Flask Alchemy?
Yeah.
Okay, did you close your VS Code?
Yep.
Did you make sure that when you loaded pip install, do you have a capital F?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to look at what it's doing. And why.
Okay, no problem. I'll touch base with you later.
Okay. All right. So then we go to the home page. Okay. What I'm doing is, first of all, when I go to my home page on any to-do app, right? If you're looking at, I want to see a list. And I wish I had my computer because then I could do like a little whiteboard. But what I want to imagine is I want to see I want to see the word to do. And then under that, I want to see all of my current to do. Okay. And I want to see what the ID number is. I want to see, what it is, like the title. And I want to see whether it's marked complete or not. Okay. So I'm setting my home page, and you can see on line 18 is my route, right? So that's going to be your base or your index. Okay. And I'm setting a variable to my to-dos. So it's referencing my database. So to-do list equals my database dot query a method. And I want dot all, which means I want to see all of my to-do items from the database. Okay. And then I'm going to return render. I'm sending those to base.html, and I'm creating a variable that I can send to my HTML, and I'm naming that variable to-do list. Okay, because I'm going to use that and render that list on my to-do, on my HTML, like as a loop. Okay, so Jess, can you go to base?
Mhm.
Okay. So online, okay, so typical, you have your, your
Boilerplate.
thank you, your boilerplate. I have a title name to do app, right? That's going to change your tab. Then on line 11, I have an H1 tag, right? And then I'm doing a center aligned header named to do app. Okay. Then I am creating I'm creating a field. Where's mine? Okay. So I'm going to skip what's on line 15 to 19 because that's my add, right? I'm creating a box to add on line 18. So I want to see line 22, which is my loop. Okay. So I'm doing for to do in my to-do list, which is what we returned in our function, our def function. Jess, can you go back to app.py? Okay, can you highlight line 21? Okay, so when we return render, we're going to base.html and we're sending it everything that's in our database, and we're saving it as to-do list. Okay, so then when we go to the base, we're going to loop through. So line 22, we're going to loop through that list, and then on line 24,
Yeah.
on line 24, can you highlight that? Sorry, Jessica. Okay. I am referencing my to-do. So that's the database. I'm calling the ID. And then I'm rendering the to-do and the title. So from the database, I'm saying, hey, print me the ID number with a pipe, and then print me the title. Show me, render the title. Okay? Pardon me. Okay. Jess, can you go back? Okay. So now I have a route for adding. So how do we add a new item to our to-do list? So we're going to create a form. So here we're on line 25, we're going to get the title from a post request that's going to be in the HTML. So we're going to say the title is the request.form.get is the title. So that's going to come from your HTML. Okay. So it's going to save the title, and then it's going to create on the next line down, it's going to create a new to-do item with the provided title from the line before. And then on line 27 and 28, we're adding the new to-do item to the database. Now you have to remember, instead of you being in the terminal and your users adding information directly in your terminal, you have to send information from your HTML back to Python into your database. So it's actually an extra step, right? It's not as simple as, hey, the user put something in my terminal and I am automatically adding it to a list. You've got to take that extra step and pass that information into the database. Okay, now I've added it. Then in my database.session, I'm going to commit that change, which means I've added it. Now I want to save my database. So this is just like Excel. You add it, you change something in Excel, but then you have to save it, right? You have to do Command S or Control S, depending on what kind of machine you're on. So commit means, hey, go save it now. I've made the change. If you don't do commit, it's not going to save it. It's just it's gonna put it there, and then as soon as it moves down the line, it'll just erase it. James, what do you mean by that? Remind you of the repo command.
When we have to send up a repo, we got to add and git commit.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to do the update. Okay. So to do an update, I have to know what the ID is for my update. So we're going to take in the parameter. You can't just update something random, right? So when you do the route, we're going to pass in the ID number of the to-do task on line 31. Jess, can you highlight line 31? So in your URL taskbar, we're going to see, what am I calling this? Did you call it my project? So it's going to be like 127.5, whatever, 00. And then it's going to be /update. And then it's going to be / the number 2 for change oil. Okay. So you have to pass it an integer of the ID number of that task for it to know what to show you that you want to change. Okay. So then on line 33, it's going to query the database with that ID number. Okay. So, and I'm sorry, this is the, there's a difference between edit and update. So let me just clarify myself. Update means we're changing it from incomplete to complete and vice versa. Okay. Sorry. Update means we're changing it. So we're saying if to do is complete, and equals not complete. So we're basically saying change it from .complete to .not complete, right? And it's going to change it to a true and false. And then we're going to commit the change and we're going to return home.
Can you say again what the difference between update and edit was again?
Yeah, so I apologize. Update means we're going to change the status, the Boolean, for the word complete to true to false. Okay. And it's going to change the status on the page to complete or not complete. Right. So you know that your task has been completed and it'll mark it complete. Edit means I want to change from, maybe I misspelled the word milk, right? So I want to fix the spelling of the word milk, or that it's not due. Like I want to just take it off completely. I don't need milk now, right? I'm sorry, milk is delete. That's delete. But if I misspelled it, or if I need to change it for any reason, that's edit.
Just a quick question. App.route. So assigning app.route, how is it knowing to edit this information from the .html? Because I know you're saying /add. So at which point are you referencing back to do the dot manipulation?
Okay, so when you click on your HTML, right, and you click the word update or delete or edit, right, you're going to pass back the ID number, right? So that's how it knows the user has clicked update, and I'm going to pass in the ID number. Right. And we're going to see that when we go back, when we render the page, that when you click the button, you'll see that it's passing back the number.
So the ID is post in this case, like in line 23, or the ID is add, or both.
Okay, tell me what you're talking about.
Okay, so line 23, app
Yes.
dot route message equal post.
Yes.
This is not a command, it's an ID.
No, method post means that you're going to post means like to create, right?
Right.
So we're not creating anything in the update. We're just changing something.
So which one is the ID?
Where?
Oh,
For
I think I think he's talking about the database because we haven't seen it yet. Like the unique ID.
yeah.
Okay, so once Jessica renders, we can look at the ID. Jess, can you render it so we can look at the instance? Okay, so I want you to pay attention to her tree on the left. When Jessica runs so when you do Flask run, do Flask run. Okay, do you see on the left-hand side and now added an instance? Jess, can you click on it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you? Okay, can you click on can you render it? Okay, it didn't do it. Okay, can you instead of do Flask run, can you do Flask can you stop it? And what's the name of your file? Just do Flask, do Python 3 app.py. Okay, I don't know why it didn't when it's doing Flask run. Okay, so can you do buy milk and spell milk wrong? Okay, so now let's do add. Okay, so you see how there's a number 1, and then and then there's a pipe, and it says buy milk, right? So that can you show us the HTML? So it's line 24. It's rendering the ID of your to-do and the title separated by a pipe. Now, can you go to the left and look at our database? Up to your instance. There you
Okay.
go. So there's your database. Okay, so we have 3 columns, right? I don't know what's cutting it off, but it's not a big deal.
I don't know.
It's not a big deal. We can interpret that the last column is true or false, right? Because it's a Boolean. So right now it's marked as incomplete. It's complete, but it's marked false, which means it's incomplete. Okay, so you see that it's created an ID, right? The number 1. It's added it as just like an Excel spreadsheet, right? So I have a number 1, that's the ID number. The title is whatever Jessica put in, and it defaulted to false, meaning that it's not complete yet. Now I want to point out that if you see, Jess, can you hover around the first one? Okay, that is just the row number that you don't do anything with. Okay, that's not your ID. It's just your SQLite row number that we do nothing with. Okay, Jess, can you add a couple more to the list?
It's not on purpose.
Okay, cool. Can you and I don't know if we're gonna be able to go back to the HTML. Not the HTML. Can you go back to the rendered HTML?
The site?
Yeah. So sorry. Okay. Can you hover over the word update on number 2, the mop the floor? Okay. And can you click that? Okay, so you see when she clicks update, it changes it to completed. Okay, now can you go back to the database?
Mhm.
And you're gonna have to, do you remember how to refresh? There's a little refresh button on top left next to the word search table. Okay, so now Jessica changed it to complete, and now your second thing is true because she's now changed it to completed. Okay, does that make sense what we're doing with a database? Okay, so let's go back to add.py. Okay, let's look at edit. So in edit, we have to get the item, okay, because we want to look at it, right? If I have the user, right, I want to look at the item, and then I want to render it to the user so they can look at it while they're editing, right? Like, I don't want to force the user to have to remember what it was and what it was misspelled. I want to show it to them and then allow them to modify it. So here, that's why there's a get and a post, right? So we're going to get it. We're going to get the ID. We're going to render it. And then we're going to post, we're going to save it. Okay. So here, my to do is I'm going to query it on line 41. I'm going to go get it. Then the post is, you know, I want to update the title with whatever is in my post request. So whatever Jessica puts in the box and hits save, I want to update it. And then I want to return render back to home. Jessica, can you go to back to the render?
Mhm.
Okay, can you do, let's fix milk. Now, can you hover over edit? I don't know why yours doesn't do it. Mine does. I don't like, okay, just hit edit. Now, can you highlight the URL? Okay, now does everybody see that it passed, when she clicked edit, it passed the number 1, right? Then it went to the database and it said, what is number 1? Okay, it pre-filled the box with whatever was the title because we told it to with the get request, right? Now, Jessica, you can fix it. Now, when you hit save, that's your post request. That's your post.
Cool.
Okay, so let's go back to our code. Okay, let's look at delete. So in the delete, we have, again, it's all we're doing is we're going
Be right back.
we're going to get the ID, right? And we're not, because we're not, there's not a get request here because I'm not sending that to a different page. Okay, all I'm doing is I'm taking it out of the database. If I needed to do a second page like the edit, right, where it's sending it to a different page so the user can look at it on a different page, then you need a get request. And I can't have, Jessica's not there, I can't have her scroll up. So when we delete, all we're saying is we're telling it to, on line 50, go to the database and look at it. Okay. Then once the button is clicked, then we're telling it to remove it from the database and then commit that removal and then return back to the same page with that item removed. Jess, can you scroll up a little bit? I want to show them the difference between, okay, so in edit, there's a get and a post. The get is there because we're rendering to a different HTML page. Okay. The delete does not go to a different page. It simply stays on the page and it doesn't have to render anything. Can you go to the page again?
Sorry, the rendered.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's delete I'm off the floor, right? It's completed. Why do I need that, right? So when you click delete for number 2, mop 4, it doesn't see, it's not going anywhere. You delete it and it immediately, and the fact is it actually refreshes the page, but you don't see it because it's happening so fast. Okay. It doesn't, you don't need a get request here because it doesn't go to a different page like the edit. So if you click edit on laundry, right? See here, you needed a get request because it's sending the data to a different page. Okay. You don't have to just put something, do blankets or something. I don't know. Okay. So let's go to, let's look at the HTML. So all we have here, right, is basic HTML. So we have 3 buttons, one for update, one for delete, and one for edit. And there's going to be a button next to each. There's going to be on 32, 33, and 34, there's going to be a button next, and you see that there's a button. The reason you have a button next to each one of your to-do items is because it's inside of your for loop. Right? If you had update, delete, and edit outside of your for loop, you're only going to have one button. And then it's going to be like, hey, which ID do you want me to update? Right? It wouldn't know because then it just wouldn't know which ID. Your button is tied to if you look at your button on 32 for update, it's tied to the ID number that you're looping through. Right? So when you click it, it knows to send it to the new href update, and it's sending the oh Lord, the task ID number from the database. And again, this is not the database number that you see on the very left. It's the ID number that we assign. Nobody's asking any questions. Just let's go back to the app.com. Okay, so let's so line 56, 57, it's all the normal stuff, right? This is how you run. This is how we are running our app. So this is just normal boilerplate. Okay, so I guess the question now becomes, what do we do if we want to add some JavaScript, right? So let's add, Jeff, can you flip the, hold on. Can you scroll up? You see where on, I think the only place I have base is line 20. Can you just do this? Can you rename base.html to base 1 and then change the other one to base?
And then
change that just to base.
Okay.
Okay, and you're gonna have to stop your rendering once we do it. And can you just render it so we can just look at it?
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't know. That's my boo. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at myself. Okay, so what I changed here is I added the bullet points. That's not like JavaScript in itself, right? But if you click the word delete, Jessica,
Mhm.
I wanted to give you a warning. What happened? It's giving you a URL issue. Can you hit delete again? Can I read it? Can you go back to the thing? No, it's saying, can I look at the base? That HTML?
Mhm.
Oh, I know why. I think it's because we copied and pasted from what's it called? Can you scroll? You see how it's it doesn't like the tick marks on 43 and 45.
Yeah.
Can you fix those? That might be causing an issue.
Just take them out.
No, you gotta make them single tick.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah, but because I
Oh,
emailed you the
I
stuff,
see.
it makes them slanted.
Yeah.
Um,
Feel interesting.
the peaceful. That might be it. I think. Yeah, fix those quotes too. Okay, so that's it's a good thing to point out. Anytime someone sends you code in email or you're copying and pasting from Notepad or like OneNote, if you paste it into VS Code, it typically takes your quotations, some of them, and makes them slanted, and it messes it up. Let's see if you fix it. No. Okay, it's saying the requested URL not found. What? It's working on yours, James? You're muted.
Christian, where's there a missing thing?
At the
So
very
we-
top, doc type. The left caret isn't there.
Hmm.
And then when I was telling you I was having a syntax issue, that was the
Okay.
issue, was the error.
Okay. Okay. Just that might fix it. Let's see if it. No, I don't know what's going on. It works on my computer.
Really?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant it's working right now.
Um,
Hold on. Where?
yeah, it's saying that the URL is not available. So on delete, it's saying home.
So this should say /delete/ the ID number.
Yeah, it's after you click save. So it's delete. Okay, can you go to the database and let's debug it, right? So you were deleting what?
Milk, was it? I don't know. Let me refresh this.
Let's go back.
Wait, what were we doing?
I don't know. You're deleting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
milk.
by milk. Okay.
Milk.
So
okay.
when you hit delete, okay, click something else. Did I break the whole thing? Click update.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing's broken. Okay. All right, it's something else is wrong. I'll fix this and we'll figure out what's wrong. What time is it? Yeah, why don't we go to break and then we'll come back.
Okay, it's 7:20, come back at 7:35.
For those who will be adding JavaScript to your class, if you use JavaScript. What I didn't. The problem I have with linters is that when you're doing pair programming for an interview, you're not going to be able to use a linter. So I appreciate the Eddie's comment, and it is in your workplace. You absolutely will be able, for the most part, will be able to use a linter like Prettier or PyLint or whatever. But the fact is that in a general interview, they will not let you use a linter. So then you get stuck you get used to using a linter, and then you don't get the muscle memory of coding without one, right? So it's totally up to you whether you want to or not. You know, Prettier is great. It works beautifully, but you know, that's my suggestion. Take it. You know, I know we're a little bit, you know, we have a little bit of time before you guys start interviewing, but still, just that's my fair one. So. Okay, yes, can you share your screen so I can look at what's going on?
Hang on, let me stop.
Yeah, I only got the app.py. I don't have the HTML file.
Oh, Jess, can you share that one? You don't look happy today, Miles. No smiles today.
Yeah, you want me to open a base1.html?
Just a base, not base one.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So when we copy and paste from Slack, should we just right click and say post as plain text? Because that's the issue I was having is the font.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, what do you want? What am I looking at? Oh, we're trying to debug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're stopped sharing. Oh no, yeah, you're gonna stop sharing, and then Niaz is going to share real quick.
Yeah, just Jessica, send me that file.
Send you which file?
Base.html.
Okay.
So I fixed mine. So it was as you said, Asha, it was the quotation thing.
Okay, perfect.
Redo the code. But yeah, then let me
All
know.
right, so let me figure out what's going on with the JavaScript.
Yeah, I need the base to create that MySQL when I run it, right? For SQL.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, so I need this right here.
I'm putting them in Slack, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
But remember, they're as of right now, 7:25. So if anything changes.
Okay, cool. Asha, what you want me to do with this?
Oh, I want to make sure that it's working on this. Like you were able to get. I thought it was not working. So.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I have this. I'm gonna try to run it, but I think look at all these quotes. I think I gotta change all of it.
Yeah.
All the quotes that I got.
Sorry. And you can just do what you can do is copy one and then do Control F and you replace all.
So like
Hold
this.
on.
Copy this.
Where are you? Yeah, so whichever one, yeah, so copy that.
I'm on Mac,
Yeah,
so
so then do Command F for find.
Command F.
There you go. And then paste it in there. And then change that arrow on the left button to the left of it to a down arrow. There you go. And then replace it with the regular. There you go. And then you see on the right hand, wait, come back. You see where it says AB? To the right of that, no,
Sorry.
undo that, undo the AB, the second one.
This
One more to the right. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, so that one had the quote, so I'm gonna do this one then. So just ESC out of it. And you said do Control F?
Yeah. Oh, you want to do Control C to copy,
Control C for copy.
and then do Command F and paste it in there. Paste in the first box. And then do the down arrow,
Down arrow.
and then do the second box.
I hit
It's not,
enter.
it's not doing it. It's okay. That one's only on line 5 and 6.
Yeah, I was trying to get this right here. That's all of it.
What? No, those are okay. Like line 5 and 6, you see how it's highlighted? I don't know what's going on.
No, so that's the right one, I
Oh
think.
yeah.
That's the right one.
Can you close the box, the find box? Yeah, see how it's red? The right hand side one?
Mhm.
Delete that and take it out. That's the left one.
So you see, yeah, that's the right one.
That fixed
So
it. Okay.
yeah, so these I would need to do it. So again, boom. So let's take this Control C, Command
Yep.
C, then Command F,
Mm-hmm.
then paste it. Right, that's the correct one. Do the drop down.
No, it's not the correct one. See,
This is the correct one. No?
see, it's only highlighting 3 of them.
Yeah.
Go
Wow.
back and let's go back to line 6 and the one that's on the word viewpoint on the left, the opening quote.
Yeah, this right here, right?
Yeah. So highlight that.
Copy this? No,
Yeah.
right? But it's not the correct one. Still copy it?
Yeah, that's the one. That one's not right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 28 of those. Okay. So let's replace all those. Okay.
So I did it right.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with these? This is so weird. Like, look. I'm about
Yeah.
to.
Can you paste it from your Python into Slack as a code snippet? Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see.
Oh yeah, that help because of all of this is messed up. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me try. Hold on.
Okay, I'll play with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to share my screen. I'm gonna show you what the JavaScript is supposed to be.
Okay, cool.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so when you guys have the right code, so when you click delete, it's supposed to do, are you sure you want to delete? You just say okay, right? So that's all. I mean, again, we're just doing basic JavaScript right now. And all I wanted to do was create a pop-up box as a warning in that JavaScript. So I think, Jessica, the issue that you're having is the same quotation error. So I am going to, I'm going to try to send it to you.
All it's formatting is the first line. Hold on. Code block or code?
So you do the plus sign and then you do, that's not my plus. Okay.
That what I just sent is the base. Let me see. Can
Oh, you
see?
got it?
Well, see if that works. It should. I just sent the base as the whatever snippet.
The code snippet, yeah.
Wait, so that's base.html or
Yeah,
base?
that's the one I just sent is base.html. HTML. Now I'm gonna send the other one, but just tell me if that works.
That worked for me.
Okay, thank you.
Fantastic. I may have done the homework. Did I do the homework for you guys? Now I'm confused. What's the homework for today?
It's nobody has done it. Only one person has
No, but did I actually do the homework in the example today?
I don't know because hold on, I'm gonna look.
Which is fine. It's totally fine. No worries.
All right, what else do I need to send? You want me to send app.py the same way?
Yeah, so for some reason mine's still coming out the same way when I paste it. I'm just gonna manually do it, but if it worked for somebody else, maybe it's just me.
It's still doing the quotations even from the code snippet.
Yeah, even with the snippet, it pasted the same way. But I mean, yeah, no, I could just manually alter it. That's not an issue.
Okay.
But is tonight's homework like in reference to this or
Yeah, it's part of the to-do app, but I can't remember what the assignment is. Yes. Can you, actually I can look at it. Hold
All
on.
right, I'm gonna open the readme. Tell you.
I can look at it.
Create a new group in the Flask app, update and modify. Enhance with additional features. So yeah, it's adding edit.
Oh, so I can do.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. I knew there was a reason why I didn't. I added edit at the last minute, and I was like, I wonder why I didn't include edit, and it doesn't make sense, right? So in a CRUD app, you have to have edit, right? To do update. And I was like, why didn't I do update in my lesson? And I added it like an hour ago. Now I know why. Because I'm a dingy. Okay.
So Jessica, the second one you posted is base.html or base1.html?
It's base one. I know it says base, but remember we changed the names. That one's actually base one, the second one.
So you can tell that there's a JavaScript line in the way you can tell is that between base and base one is that there is on line 8, there's a JavaScript link. So 8 and 10. So that's how you'll know between base and base one. In the original base, there's no JavaScript on the linking in your head tag.
Well, I'm looking at line 8. That's a head. There's a body. I don't see a Java. Oh, which one? Where does it start? The Java.
There's no script
Oh,
tag in head for JavaScript. So it'll say HTTPS / CDN JS something.
Okay.
You see it? So if it's not there, that means it's the original one without the JavaScript, without the pop-up, without the event handler.
So because that template is named base.html, but she renamed it to base1.html, you don't think that could be causing the issue?
No, base one is the original one, so I don't want to use that one, right? So we changed it to base.html, so I don't have to change app.py, right?
Right.
So it's just an extra file. Base one is an extra file in the templates folder at this point that's not being used, right? In app.py, which is the base one is the old HTML that is not being referenced in any of the rendering at this point. So by renaming the JavaScript file to base.html, when we render the page, it should be rendering the JavaScript file.
Got it. I think that makes sense. Jessica, did you send the JavaScript HTML code? JavaScript code as well, the .js.
No, it's in the HTML.
Got it. Oh, okay, I got you.
So your app, when you add JavaScript, you don't change your app.py. The only thing that's changing is your front end.
Here.
Edward Diaz is not smiling. No, this is not smiling. No, this is like, what's the old PBS thing where like the magic thing where it's like, Katie's not smiling. No, smiling. Patrick's actually smiling.
The JavaScript's at the end of the base.html file.
Right, you have a script tag.
With the with the script, whatever it's called, thing.
You said the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're no longer using base1.html and we're using base.html?
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, I got confused.
No, you're fine. Okay. For as far as your homework goes, or in general, or just practicing?
Yeah, no, just practicing on what you're
Okay, so you should be using base.html without JavaScript for practicing. So there should be no script tag in your header, so so you can identify which base file you're looking at.
got it. So base1.html doesn't have the JavaScript. So that's the
Right, so use that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you want to go practice and play around with the JavaScript, go at it in the other one.
okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, now let's just try to troubleshoot, see if
Why it's so your base.html is not working either. Oh, because the quote thing.
yeah, my quote. I need to just work on that quote.
Okay. Was anybody else? Patrick, you said you were able to get it to run and render correctly.
I'm sorry.
You said you were able to render it. It rendered correctly.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Okay.
So what was the second one, Jessica? Because I got your first code snippet, and then the second one untitled is the base 2 or base 1.
Right. I believe if you look in the head tag of the files, if you look at the head tag, if there is a JavaScript script tag, that's the base with JavaScript.
Okay.
So it's like on line 8 or 10.
Okay. Yep. I was just
Okay.
making.
So that's how you know. That's how you know if there's JavaScript in your file. Is that if there is a tag in your header with JavaScript linking JavaScript.
Wait, there's no tag on the header, there's a tag at the end.
There's a script tag also in the head.
You have to have a script tag in the header if you're using JavaScript. Look on line 8 or 10. Look on line 8 and 10.
Oh yeah, I see it, thank you.
Fantastic.
What is that
But that is, why is that linked, but there's no JavaScript file? Oh, there's also no CSS file. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
I was asking that. I was just asking that. Like, why? Where is that JavaScript file linked to? The semantic.min.js. That's the script. Oh, so but that's not the one we're using no
It's
more.
your source. Yeah, you are using it.
Yeah. So where's the? So do we also need this JavaScript file?
Okay. I don't. Do we need what file?
Okay, so on line 10, where it has the
Mhm.
src with the
Mhm.
HTTPS and it's linking to semantic.min.js.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need that file or is that coming straight from? Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. So it's coming straight from the browser.
Yeah, it's coming straight from the browser. CDN is a content delivery network, right? And then it goes to the external JavaScript URL. And Semantic is a front end, it's like a really popular front end framework that delivers like those pop-up windows. So it's pre-designed CSS style. So you know how that pop-up window, I think I have a blue box. So it's, it's pre-designed, it's out of the box styling, so you don't have to worry about styling. It makes your life really easy for people who aren't like, don't want to do front end, they just want to do back end. But there are people, I mean, like, I know plenty of people who would never touch back end ever. Which post is, hold on.
It's because they both say one says
Okay, let me go over this again.
Okay.
To know which file is which, look at your head tag, and if there is a JavaScript tag, there you go, Jessica. Is just Jessica, you're sharing? Who's sharing? Jessica's sharing. She's showing it to you. If there is a script tag on line 10, right, which is pulling your source, that is JavaScript, the base with JavaScript. And then there's a script. Your actual listener is at the bottom. If there's not anything there in your header, that is just the vanilla plain, it looks ugly, it's just HTML. There's no colors, actually a little bit of color, but it's just blah. So, obviously I did the edit. So if you guys want to add some color, add some style, do something. For those of you guys who actually know JavaScript, add a checkbox. I'm just throwing ideas out there. You don't have to do it. Just I mean, for some of you guys, you can use your to-do app as your helmet. Jess, are you doing breakout rooms?
Yeah.
Hey, Asha, can you look at my thing real quick?
Yes.
Getting like a whole bunch of errors on the code. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like,
Okay.
I don't know
Let's
if
look at it.
Hold on, before everybody goes. Asha, can you like, I know that Flask, there's a lot of files and code that it can look like unfamiliar and foreign, but
Mhm.
you don't have to understand. You don't have to understand what every single file means in there. Like the purpose, what you should strive to do is basically understand like what each page is doing and how it's rendering on the browser for us to see, like where the paths are, how we make the paths with the URLs, how that links to the HTML sheets. It can feel really overwhelming at this point. And that's okay to feel like that, but I just want to like quell some nerves that you don't have to, like, I don't know what most of the code like means. I know what I need to know, where it is and how to use it, and that's it. And maybe the scope of understanding in more detail is like further in my journey, but right now it's not necessary.
Right. And like the Flask, templates and the boilerplate stuff, there's no need for you to even we know that there's the boilerplate that launches the database, right? We know what the part of the boilerplate that runs our app at the end, right? You don't have to, all you have to know is that is what it's doing, right? This is running my database. This is running my app, and you don't fiddle with it. You don't touch it unless, you go work for Flask and you want to do some open source work. There's no need to like jump into it and try to understand what you're doing. What you do need to understand is how does it route? How do you use a route? How do you render your page? And those types of things. So that's what you're going to practice is understanding the different routes. If you want to go change your base.html and add a page, do that. So you can practice routing. If I have a suggestion, that's what I would do is rather than fiddling with HTML, like add a page, that's, maybe this is a suggestion that for delete, when you click the delete button, that you create a page like your edit is. It pops up a new page and then you delete from there, right? That it's a get and a post in rather than just a straight delete. But again, how you edit this to-do app is totally up to you. We're not dictating to you what to change or how to change it. If you simply want to just tweak the HTML, that's your prerogative. But my suggestion is to play with it and add a route, do something that tests your ability to understand how the information is flowing between Python, the user, and the database. And it doesn't come with one lesson. Like this is just us introducing it to you. Like understanding how this works doesn't come with one lesson and building one app. It's you doing it over and over. Is that cool? Okay. Don't feel overwhelmed. Okay. You guys can go to breakout rooms. And
yeah, I'm gonna share.
oh yes, please do.
And just a
Yes,
quick question.
Mhm.
So how come we didn't have to put this Flask in a templates folder? I mean, the HTML in the templates.
It does need to be in one. Oh, wait. Oh, because, is that which one is that? Is that today?
Yeah, so this one you're looking at is the base.html.
It should be in a folder. It should be in a folder.
Yeah, mine was in a templates folder.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Yes, Eddie.
I have a quick question. I don't want to like go off in the weeds with it or anything.
Uh-huh.
Is there a way for doing basically when you're making your templates, your HTML pages, is there something already like some type of conventions to use like components and so what I'm thinking of, to be clear, rather than me like say I have a certain style I want to apply to all the buttons I have, not necessarily a CSS style, but just how I want the button configured in the HTML and CSS too. Rather than me putting like hand coding each button again and again and again, is there a way I can just create a component and then just you import that component and use that button component throughout,
But you don't want to do it through CSS, through a style? Like create one button that's just like that you apply the styling to every button. So you create a class of button like that button, right? And you set it to like it has a bold border and it's blue background or whatever. That would go in your style.css and you apply that dot button to every button that you have. Yeah, so you would do that to every button that you have. So you would add that styling to every button. There's only one style, right? So there's only one setup in your style.css. And then you use that same style throughout your HTML. Is that what you're asking me?
Well, not just, that's why I'm not being very clear. I mean, also like in terms of like functionality, not just the appearance of the button, but say I want a button that does X, Y, and Z, and I don't want to have to rewrite the button every single time.
Oh, yes, you can. So I'll put up an example in the resources channel. So yes, you absolutely could. Okay. Absolutely, you can. Yeah, and that was like, yeah. So like you think Amazon, right? They're not creating that button on every page. Like yes, absolutely. It's yes, you absolutely could. So I'll set one up and I will put it up in the resources page.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, I have no idea. So look, I just know that look how when Jessica sent this, the app.py, it all came out colored and everything is in the correct font, right? Which is like this. But these are not, I don't know if it didn't read or whatever. Over here, it looks good. But when I copy and paste that over, it came out this. But when I started changing, as you said, to replace stuff, like look, these start turning red. And now it's
okay, let's there's something else going on. So can we go back to the VS Code?
Yeah, I'm in the VS Code.
I'm not Slack. Slack. Okay, so when you highlight it, and this is a code snippet, right? Yep. Okay, yeah. So right click it and copy. It says copy link to file. I don't want to copy link.
I'll just control C it. Okay, so I copied it. You want me to paste it back over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's back to these things.
Okay. So
if I select it, why is this? Oh, okay, so maybe this is 1 and this is 2, right? And I need to change it to this thing right here. So let's change this first 1, right? You said Command C, then Command F, then do the drop down. And so this is going to change to this.
Right. So now the right here.
1 out of 21, replace all. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing for this. Okay, so CF. It's here. I'm gonna replace it to this. Replace all 15. Did it work? Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it worked.
Yeah, now it worked.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
Okay.
now I put both of base and base one in a template.
No, you can put, yeah, but you're only going to be using base.
Okay, so
Or,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be only manipulating.
Well, this
And I
is,
should be
wait.
able-
Let me just see. Scroll up. This one has JavaScript. So do you want to work on the JavaScript one or do you want to work on the other one? The vanilla one.
Well, this already has a pre-assigned. This is a framework you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll work
Okay.
on the JavaScript one.
All right, cool. Yeah. So you can just, add a folder called named templates.
So yeah, that's what I wanted. Like, let's try to run this to see if it's actually running.
Well, you got to add your folder first. I don't know if it's going to run this way. So add it and then drag templates and then drag those to.
So, okay.
Okay. All right.
continue.
All right. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna try to run it. You couldn't have located Flask. Put it in the environment.
Same.
Yeah, it says so I
Okay.
moved to
So
the
no such file.
into my project folder environment.
Oh no, your app.py is in your virtual environment. You gotta take it out. So drag it out.
Oh, take it out of my project.
It's in your virtual environment.
Take it out of the virtual environment.
Yeah, it just needs to be in your my project.
Oh,
Can
okay.
you close your, what's going on with,
So
no, okay, wait. All right, so your app.py, drag that into your app, to your my project, but not the virtual environment.
how come it's right next to each other like that? It didn't create a folder on this one.
Just drag that up. It is a folder. I don't want it in your virtual environment.
There we go. Okay, it's not in the virtual
Yeah.
environment.
So close your virtual environment now. There you go.
Okay. So let's run it. Oh, cool. Okay, so that was the same thing happening with Jessica. We were
Okay.
trying to troubleshoot. So you want to troubleshoot now? Try to see what's going on.
All right, you have an instance. Jess, did we fix, this is the JavaScript one, right?
This is the Java right here.
Yeah.
But now is it picking up from base.html? That's the question.
Yeah, it is. Nothing's changed, right? So
Yeah, base.html. And the base.html has the Java. Yep. So why is it not working?
can I see the error again? It's saying it can't find. Okay, what line is that though? Can you scroll up a little bit? Keep going. All right, so okay, can you scroll slowly so I can read logs? Keep going. Keep going. All right, so E52, that's Flask. Keep going. All right, so wait, so line 20 in home. So what's that? It's in the app.py.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Return base. Is that an error?
Return. Can you just try to, maybe it's the quotes that it's being mad at?
No, the quotes are fixed. I fixed all the quotes here.
Okay. Okay, so it's saying
I think Jessica's getting the same error too.
Yeah,
So
I
if
know.
you want to
Yeah.
share it and then you want to work on
No,
it?
it's fine. Yeah, why don't you go into your breakout rooms and then we can I'll do it. Andrew, are you having the same error? You're having a different
I'm having I was trying to set up my project directory and it's giving me an error when I went to install the alchemy thing.
one? Okay.
It says there was an error checking the latest version of pip.
Okay. Let's see what's going on. Can you share?
I'm gonna share it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You okay? You doing okay, Andrew?
Yeah, I was before this, I was working on one of the other ones. I also need some help with that one too. So if once we figure this out, so it's
Okay.
just yeah.
There's an error checking. Okay, so can you do what are you trying to run? So can you do error once?
Okay, so I was making I was following the Slack instructions and I made my project directory and then the virtual environment and I installed pip or installed
Okay.
Flask, I mean, or whatever. And then I went to do the install Flask alchemy.
Yeah.
And then I gave me this error.
Okay, can you do up arrow once? And then change it to pip. Well, first of all, it added alchemy, right? See right there, it's right before the warning. It said it's successfully installed. There's an issue with pip. So let's upgrade pip. You're on I can't tell. Are you on Windows or Mac?
Yeah, Windows, yeah.
Okay. So let's do, hold on, let me get the command. Okay, can you do Python 3 space, do Python 3. You usually do Python 3, right? When you run?
I usually do Python.
Okay,
Should I
that's
do
fine.
Python 3?
No, you're
Okay.
fine. Do -M. space pip, space install, space dash dash upgrade, space pip.
This was happening on the other thing I was doing too.
What's happening?
It was saying something like this, like it was giving me a warning or errors on the when I was doing the upgrade pip.
Okay,
I
can
was
you do
watching the video. I
pip
got all kinds of stuff.
space
Yeah.
space version? A dash dash. Only do one space. Dash dash.
Okay.
Okay, so it's giving you it's giving you the proper thing. Okay, so let's do your app.py and let's put it in. Let's just see if Alchemy it's giving you a problem.
What, drag it into my project?
Um,
Or look, also I cloned this before I did this stuff.
okay.
I don't know if that makes a difference or whatever.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay, so your virtual environment's in. Okay. Can you drag your project into your clone? Like your
The
mind.
whole,
Yeah.
okay.
Oops, there you
That happened right there.
go.
It's not moving it into it. Oh, is it
Yeah.
loading?
Yes. Yeah, you see at the bottom of the thing, if there's like a little wheel. Is your
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Oops. Operation not permitted, it says.
it might be because it's open. Let's see. Oh, hit OK. It says that it's trying to drag the same folder into the same folder. Let's try again. So drag your my project. You're doing the other way. So you're dragging
Oh.
my project into your clone file.
Okay. unable to move it in there.
Oh, it's because it's saying it's busy. Probably because we
Because-
have our virtual environment open.
Oh,
So let's deactivate the virtual environment and close all the
Okay.
files and then try to move it.
okay. So should I try dragging it into my project or
No, you're trying to drag my project into
okay?
the
All right. The other while it's doing this, the other issue I was having when I would do Flask run to
Mhm.
try to, open it on the web page, it wasn't letting me do it. And I don't
Okay.
know why.
Did you try to do Flask Python app? Just call the file. So do Python app.py.
Okay, I'll try it. And I don't remember if I tried that, but I'll check.
Yeah, they did this last in the last cohort.
No.
The to do
Oh,
app Flask. Yeah, I don't know why it's. Oh, it's because the files are open still. At the top, they're still open. All the files.
oh, so I have to close all these?
Yeah, so close all this.
Okay. Whoops.
Then let's try it. It's saying it's busy, so I'm assuming it's live.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
let's
now let's
try it
try.
again.
I'm hoping that's why. There it is.
Does it normally take that long to
It's done. You see it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not yet. Hold on.
okay.
Well, I don't know. Like usually when you do it in VS Code, it takes a little bit longer. If you do it out
Yeah.
in your Finder,
Yeah. No.
okay, so I don't know why it's doing it. What I would do is just create a new folder and inside of the clone for my project, and then you can use virtual environment and just delete the leak key.
Okay, so just create a new folder.
Yeah.
All right. Should I just delete this other one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You should see that right there. Resource busy or locked.
Does it say McDir?
What does that mean?
Um, let's close it. I don't know what's going on. Let's close VS Code. I
Just
don't know
close
what.
the whole thing.
Yeah, let's close it. I don't know
Okay.
what is craziness.
All right. Okay, hold on. Should I close the like the other VS Code I had open as well?
Yeah, let's close all of whatever you have open. Let's leave it.
Okay. I'll try to open it again. Share it again. Okay, try to drag it in there.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't want to drag. I don't want to drag. I just want to go
Okay.
to my project
Or
and
delete
do.
it.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Okay. Okay, cool. Looks like it did it. Yay.
Cool. So let's do our virtual.
So do I have to do the virtual environment again, right?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. And it's Python venv.
Uh, it's Python dash m, then.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I've been having trouble with the virtual environment stuff.
Oh, like loading it or.
Just like working with it, like getting it to do, what I want. I was having like, like
Yeah, I got it.
I don't know. It's just I'm still getting used to that. I gotta,
Like being in the box, like, yeah,
yeah,
I get it. All right, so let's install Flask and again.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is deleted file. It's like keeps popping up. Okay. All right. So vim, and then activate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I have to remember. Wait, is it Python/scripts?
No, oh yeah, so you got to do, you're on,
Windows.
yeah, hold
So
on. So you're going to do, to activate, you're trying to activate, right? So you're going to
yeah.
do them and then,
Oh, vim. And then
and
slash
then,
script.
yeah, capital
Okay.
S, yeah, and then slash activate.
And then just what do I install the pip and stuff again?
Yeah. So pip install Flask. There's no
Oh,
dash n. Pip install
okay.
Flask. Yeah.
And then pip.
You don't need Python, just pip install.
Oh,
Yeah. So let's do, and try pip 3 instead of pip.
okay.
Install and make sure it's capital F. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. And look, it didn't give you the error this time. So make sure that when you do pip, make sure you do pip 3.
That what?
It didn't give you the pip error.
Oh, okay.
So make sure that whenever you use pip, do pip 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll install that.
And same thing with Python. If you're just doing straight Python, try Python 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then now the alchemy,
Yeah.
right? Okay. I did just copy it off of the okay. Pip3 install Flask SQ.
Yeah.
All right. Oops. Is that
It's Flask dash alchemy. Yeah, it's
okay?
you need a dash just between Flask and
Right. Okay. Whoa. Okay. It's giving me that error check in the latest version again.
that's fine. Just leave it. It's fine.
Okay. So is that it?
Yeah. So now let's
Okay.
you've got to create a templates folder in your My Project and drag the
Okay. A templates folder.
yeah,
Okay.
and your
Ah,
HTML files go in there.
okay. And then I have to make do I have to make a okay, no, that's it. All right.
So you drag your edit. Yeah.
All right. And then what was the base 1 and 2
Yeah.
HTML?
Yeah. So change your index to the word base. Rename that to base.
Okay. Base 1?
Just base.
Okay. And then the edit is the same, or is that base?
Edit's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So you can just make sure that when you copy your base, just make sure you use the one that's not JavaScript, just so you can,
Okay.
yeah.
And that's the one that's on
It's on Slack, but make sure on line 10 it doesn't have the job. There's 2 different files. So the way you distinguish it is on line 10, there should not be a JavaScript script tag.
okay, and that's the one that Jessica put into Slack?
Yeah.
Okay. So online 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, I'm not. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Hey, Asha, Jessica, you guys, can
What's that? Yeah.
I see you guys in the office hours, so I can't go to the next step until I figure out how to debug.
Okay. What's your availability tomorrow?
I'm free tomorrow.
Okay. So I can meet like, you're on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, I'm free after 12:30
Okay,
p.m.
so why don't you Slack me when you're free, and we'll work on your stuff.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you tomorrow, Asha.
Okay, all
All right.
right. Okay, Drew, you've got to do what Niaz did.
Okay.
You see the quotations, the left and right quotations. You're gonna have to copy and replace those.
Okay, so I just have to copy it, and then was it Control?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then this
Paste
thing.
it. Paste it into. Is that an asterisk in there? Or is that your quotes?
That's where? Right here?
In the top box. I can't see it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's
Okay.
quotes. Yeah, my
Yeah.
bad.
Okay. So then you use the second box on the right.
Yeah.
The second one. Yep. Okay. Do that, and then you can just click. Did you click it?
Yeah.
It's not doing anything. This thing didn't. Okay, let's do the other one. Let's do the left-hand side one. Let's see if that. If we do that, it fixes everything.
All right.
No, leave you. Oh, you can leave that open.
Okay. It's already there.
Okay, so go ahead. Oh, why is it not finding it? I don't know what is going on with this. I'm gonna put something in Slack. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in. Oh, this is the app. Which one are you? Is it the? This is the base.
What happened?
No, I'm just trying to figure out what. Oh, okay. Can you delete what's in there? And I'm gonna send you.
Okay.
It's in the chat. You're gonna have to copy them one by one, like in order of.
In Slack.
Yeah, the Slack. Oh, can you copy from Slack?
Yeah, I copied it from Slack.
Okay.
Are we still having issues with the base HTML?
Yeah.
With the quotation thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just all right. So like copy and paste all three files just sequentially in your.
Copy and paste all three files.
I in chat. I pasted the base into there.
Oh.
There is a shortcut that you can, when you highlight a selection, and it's Command Shift L, it automatically puts a cursor next to every single instance of that selection in the script, and you can edit all of them all at once.
The first one you sent me has JavaScript in it.
Oh,
right.
Sorry. All right. Let's try this again. All right. I hate Slack so much.
I've been slow lately.
Okay, that's the first part.
Okay, and the rest is
Wait, this is the first. Okay. Put that in. Copy and paste that.
alright.
When you get it,
Alright.
let me know, and then I'm gonna copy the second part.
It won't let me copy paste out of the chat.
That's why I was saying it won't. It doesn't let you copy. Slack is the people.
You let me.
Out of the chat.
Out of Slack chat,
Not out of chat.
it doesn't let you. It doesn't let you.
Just where
That's what I was
Jessica
saying.
posted.
Okay, not out of Slack, out of Zoom chat. Okay.
Oh, you can't copy out of Zoom chat.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I can't do it because I don't have Slack on this computer. So Jessica, I think Jessica. Oh, Jessica's here. We're gonna have to.
What do you need?
I don't need it. I don't know what I need. This stupid thing. Oh, can you actually copy an entire file into Slack rather than just the code snippet?
Yeah.
Can we copy the base, not the JavaScript one, the other one,
Mm-hmm.
and put that into Slack as the actual file, and then they can just use that, open that.
Let me try it.
Otherwise, they're gonna have to fix the quotations, like standard said. Shift. What is it? L. What's the
It's
shortcut now?
Command Shift L. Just highlight what you want to change. So if it's the quotes thing, just highlight one of the quotes. Command Shift L, and it will put a cursor next to every instance of a quote in your script, and you can just edit it, all of them all at once.
Okay. Cool. Oh, is this out of the file or is that of Slack?
This is out of Slack. I was is there a file in?
All right, Sandra, can you walk him through what he needs to do? So highlight.
So go highlight one of the quotes, just the character of the quote, right? Highlight that. Now Command Shift L for Mac.
Yep, you've got it. Now what does he do?
Now just delete.
Okay.
And then retype in the new quote.
Okay, let's do the other one, right?
And then do it for the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just shared the file in Slack. See if that format works.
That looked like it worked right there.
Sandra saves the day.
Everything turned green.
Yeah.
Sandra saves the day.
Yay!
Yay.
I'm happy again.
Gold star. Gold star. Okay, so now you need your app.py. Do you have your app.py? No. You
Yeah.
gotta go find that. I gotta run though.
Okay.
But
Thank you for saving me.
You're welcome. Jess, do you have a couple minutes? Can we jump in a room?
Yeah.
Just
I'll go
2 or 3
circle
minutes.
through.
You guys have a good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
What room, Jess? 7?
I'll start at the bottom.
No, I just said I want to meet with you first.
Oh, me and you. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, we can just stay in here. No
Nobody's
need.
here. Okay.